Thinking of moving to the Lehigh Valley? Watch this first. Most people who move to the Lehigh Valley do it for one specific reason, and a lot of them can actually end up disappointed because of it. Not because Lehigh Valley is a bad place to live, but because they misunderstood exactly what they were moving into. If you're considering Lehigh Valley as your next move, this video is going to help you decide whether this place actually fits your lifestyle before making that decision that's really hard to undo. My name is Bernadette Rabel. I live, work, and play here in the Lehigh Valley, and I have for a long time. I'm actually not from here though. I'm from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I'm sure you heard of it because of The Office. I thought that this would be a temporary move, but 15 years later, I am still here. Since then, I have watched people move here for all kinds of reasons. Some fall in love with it. Some realize pretty quickly this is not what they expected. This channel exists to help you be in that first group. Most people discover Lehigh Valley while searching for something else. They are looking for relief from something. Maybe it's cost pressure, from congestion, from feeling stuck, from places that no longer feel livable long term. On paper, Lehigh Valley checks all of those boxes. It is close enough to New Jersey and New York to stay connected. There are strong job sectors, especially healthcare. There's history and character and charm and real community. And it doesn't feel like a transient place, but here's where people get tripped up. They assume proximity equals similarity. They assume accessibility equals lifestyle. They assume that the move alone will fix everything they feel frustrated about. And this is where regret can creep in. The Lehigh Valley is not trying to be New Jersey. It's not trying to be New York. However, if you do ask people from Easton, they're going to tell you it feels like a little bit of a Brooklyn vibe. But it's not a suburb trying to be a city. It has its own rhythms here. Life is more grounded. Things move a little bit slower in a good way for the right person. People tend to settle in, they build routines, they get involved locally. If you thrive on constant stimulation, late night energy, and feeling like everything is always happening around you, this adjustment can feel a little bit bigger than expected. However, there are tons of things to do in Lehigh Valley, just not at that fast pace. If you value space to think, stability, and a sense of place, this is often where people start to relax. Neither is right or wrong, but the difference does matter. Almost everyone considering a move here asks the same questions. Do I move to Allentown, Bethlehem, or Easton? What most people do not realize is that these places feel very different once you're actually living in them. Allentown has an urban center, but as you get out to the suburbs, it's going to feel more spread out and a little more practical. Bethlehem feels more historic and walkable in certain areas, and Easton has its own cool character and charm and its own pace that surprises a lot of people. The mistake buyers make is choosing based on a quick visit or online impressions instead of how they actually live day to day. Where you work, how you commute, what you do on an average Tuesday, not just the weekends. This is one of the biggest reasons people feel off after they move. The area itself is right, but the fit within is wrong. There are a few things people consistently tell me after they've been here for a while. First of all, they did not expect how community-driven things feel here. They did not expect to quickly recognize familiar faces at the supermarket. They did not expect to care as much as they do about local decisions, school decisions, and development. Some people love that stuff. However, some people do miss the anonymous lifestyle they have once lived before. Another surprise in Lehigh Valley, it's not a shortcut. It is a trade. You gain certain things and you have to give up others. People who are the happiest here understood that before they moved. The Lehigh Valley tends to work best for people who want to plant their roots down, people who want access without chaos, people who want connection without feeling crowded, people who are thinking about where they want to be the next 5 or 10 years from now, not just next year or tomorrow. If you are in a transition phase growing professionally or looking for a place that supports a more balanced life, this area makes a lot of sense. If you are chasing a feeling you associate with another place, this move requires honesty with yourself. If you are even considering a move to the Lehigh Valley, I strongly believe you should understand the full picture before you start making decisions. This channel is where I break that down for you, what life actually looks like here, what people wish they had known sooner, and how to think through a move in a way that feels grounded and confident. If that kind of clarity matters to you, hit that subscribe button. And if you have questions as you explore, believe me, you are not alone. This is exactly where you need to be.